All right, let's jump right into this explainer, breaking down a frankly unforgettable opening day of the 2026 Women's T20 World Cup. We're talking bitter rivalries, spectacular individual performances, and historic run chases. We'll dissect exactly how India crushed their arch rivals and how Bangladesh pulled off an absolute miracle on the very same pitch.
64. Just let that massive number sink in for a second. That is the run margin in India's crushing victory over Pakistan to kick off their campaign. You know, in the high-octane format of T20 cricket, winning by 64 runs isn't just a win. It is a major statement. It essentially tells the rest of the world that India is here, in peak form, totally ready to hunt down that elusive first Women's 2020 World Cup title. And honestly, you really have to picture this setting to understand the kind of pressure these athletes were under. The atmosphere in Birmingham was absolutely electric. A fiercely partisan sellout crowd packed into the Edgbaston cricket ground, setting the perfect high-stakes stage for this explosive showdown. Tens of thousands of fans, flags everywhere, every single ball met with a deafening roar. That level of intensity, it either breaks a team or it forges them into something unstoppable. And for India, it was undoubtedly the latter.
Part 1, India's batting breakthroughs. Luck meets skill.
Okay, so India posted an intimidating target of 170, but tracking Smriti Mandhana's wild ride at the crease proves it was definitely not a smooth journey. She top-scored for India with 68 runs, but man, she capitalized on some major lifelines. After a slow power play, Mandhana was dropped on 27. That reprieve just ignited her, and she needed only 10 more balls to reach a half-century. Then, at 55, she was dropped again, this time in a terrifying moment where she top-edged the ball straight onto her own helmet. But she passed the tense concussion check, shook it off, and kept swinging until she was finally caught out by Pakistan's captain, Fatima Sana. It's just a perfect example of how the best players will absolutely make you pay for your mistakes.
So, Mandhana's dismissal sparks a bit of a mini-collapse. India suddenly finds themselves at 132 for 5 in the 19th over, really just hoping to scratch their way to 150. But then, enter Richa Ghosh. Her late-game explosion is unreal. 34 runs scored off just 17 balls faced. She teamed up with Deepti Sharma, and they absolutely punished World Cup debutante Tasmia Rubab, taking 23 runs off her. That surge pushed India to a steep 170, a total that completely flipped the psychology for the second innings.
Part 2, Deepti Sharma's bowling masterclass. Because look, posting a huge total is great, but defending 170 requires a hero, and India's sound one. Pakistan's chase actually started out pretty strong, but Deepti Sharma just methodically dismantled them, taking 5 crucial wickets. First, she gets this brilliant run out of Maniba Ali with a direct hit on the run. But the real magic? That happened right at the end. Sharma literally spun out the last 3 wickets in an unbelievable span of just 5 balls to close out the match, bowling Pakistan out for 106. I love this because her own words perfectly capture the psychology of an elite athlete. She said, "I always believe in myself that whenever the right time comes, I will step up." And that mindset is exactly what made her the highest wicket taker in women's T20 history with 166. Plus, keep in mind, this comes just 7 months after her legendary 5-wicket haul in the Women's ODI World Cup final. She just keeps proving, time and time again, that she is the ultimate big-game player.
Part 3. The broader rivalry context.
To really understand the gravity of this matchup, we have to zoom out for a second, because an India-Pakistan match is never just a game of cricket. India's on-field dominance over Pakistan is absolute. Across every single World Cup format, both the 20-over and 50-over tournaments, India has beaten Pakistan in every single meeting. That historical weight hangs heavy over every ball. It gives India a massive psychological edge and puts this suffocating pressure on Pakistan to finally break the streak. Now, speaking objectively, it is also vital to note that the tension definitely extends beyond the boundary rope. Following the match, the Indian team refused to shake hands with their Pakistani counterparts. This isn't an isolated incident either. It's the continuation of a trend. It follows the precedent set by the men's team at the 2025 Asia Cup and continues the women's team's own stance from the October 50-over tournament. It's a stark reminder of the complex, real-world dynamics surrounding this iconic rivalry. Part 4. Bangladesh's historic chase. While that intense clash was grabbing global headlines, a monumental piece of history was quietly being made on the exact same pitch. Bangladesh absolutely stunned the Netherlands by successfully chasing down 141 runs with 5 balls remaining. To put that into perspective, Bangladesh had never scored more than 126 in a successful World Cup chase before this. They didn't just edge past their previous record, they shattered it by 15 runs on the biggest stage.
So, how did they do it? Well, 20-year-old opener Jowaria Firdaus basically won the game in the power play. She was a force of nature, scoring 33 of Bangladesh's 47 power play runs. But, kind of like Smriti Mandhana, she rode her luck. She survived a super close, disputed third umpire catch decision at 7 and then got dropped at 18. Taking full advantage of that luck, she launched 2 massive mid-wicket sixes to reach 50 off just 33 balls. That explosive start laid the ultimate foundation, letting Sharman Akhtar and Shorna Akhtar comfortably close it out with an unbeaten 56-run partnership.
So, what's our main takeaway here? We've seen an untouchable rivalry maintained, world records shattered, and some breathtaking individual performances. And that was literally just day one. Which leaves us with this massive question. With records already falling, who will step up when defending champions New Zealand face Sri Lanka and host England take on Ireland? If the opening day brought us this much fire, what unimaginable highlights are waiting for us next? Keep your eyes on the pitch, folks, because we are just scratching the surface of what's to come.